Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Ascending Masters of the Universal Infinite One. In this revelation, as all are being revealed and exposed in the light, we see the mirror of the Universal One Mind that reflects all things perfectly, and that sometimes the little mind gets in the way to blur that which is real with the illusion being projected into the void of space-time. There are seemingly external beings and images that may be projected to you, that which conjures fear from within. But we realize that all that appears external from ourself or body is in all actuality truly within. Remember, in this now, that you are the center of your universe. No matter what and where you are in the middle, the center of the sacred hoop. Now we live from the still center of this eternal now. Know that there is nothing to fear, not even fear itself. To be afraid of fear adds another layer of separation to be resolved and healed. It is okay to feel the fear that may arise from the depths of your being. Witness it, allow it to flow through you, release it and let it go back to the source from which it arose. All things arise and descend in the sacred breath of the one law as the sine wave of life itself. The great mystery is being made manifest through our perceptions and pure awareness. As we heal and transform all trauma and suffering, we transform the world into the paradise she has always evolved to be. In this simulation, we experience both great suffering and the great beauty. In this dream of Maya, as we realize our true nature of Buddha mind, we awaken from the dream into that which is real, eternal and unchanging, what we call the I Am presence, and through this awakened state we free ourselves and all sentient beings from the wheel of samsara. Shakyamuni, the Buddha of this timeline, set the course of freedom by turning the wheel of Dharma, universal truth, to release all sentient beings from the prison of the karma of this matrix. We chose to fall asleep for a moment in time, all for the joy of waking up. Let us all wake up together and end the game of separation once and for all. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a very powerful divine decree of the command of the sevenfold flame of the seven mighty Elohim and all its cosmic fire to the earth. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 4 degrees, 36 minutes Leo. The sun is at 18 degrees, 6 minutes Virgo. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 19 degrees Virgo. A swimming race. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 5 degrees Leo. Rock formations tower over a deep canyon from astrologyweekly.com. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Judith Simmer Brown. The Dākinī spacelike nature, Ka, is the essence of the breath, ungraspable as a thing, yet when directly experienced, like the breath, it pulsates with the vitality of realization. This living ungraspability makes the breath an ideal meditation object in Buddhist practice. While it cannot be limited or suppressed, it is as immediate and tangible as one's very life. The breath pervades, sustains, and defines our existence. There is no boundary around the breath, but there is immediate, ineffable experience of it. From JudithSimmer-Brown.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ray. Some feel it. Momentum is building. During the acceleration, the wise will slow down and move ever deeper into their hearts, transcending time and merging multiple dimensions into one. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sister of the Light Valerie A. Elster, we are shamans, alchemists, galactic family, weavers of space and time, here to unravel what has been embedded for thousands of years on Gaia, our physical home. From the stars we came so long ago, we heard the calls to assist. Eons of war in the skies and on the ground ceases to exist. The knowledge we embedded in the rocks and symbols has been recovered and decoded, speaking ancestral tongues, writing codes in the sky. We find ourselves here in this space-time. The grand symphony of peace and harmony does exist, mainly in our hearts, in our minds, but soon in the physical realm. Thank you for being here. From ValerieElster.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Hazel, a word from the whales. The harmonic core of this planetary sphere welcomes all facets of consciousness formerly functioning in a state of separation. Processes of integration and remembrance are accelerating. Processes of physical expansion must be allowed. Resistance to all harmonic processes is futile. With great love from the Cetacean Collective, Word of the Whale, from dolphinresonance.org, and from Divine Sister of the Light Miriam Gillis, from Love from Venus. When you breathe consciously in this way, everything is possible. Everything you dream is possible, and it is yours to quantumly create. If you can conceive it, it means you remember it. If you can conceive it, you can dream it. You can vision it, and you can give form to the formless of its seedling vibration and bring it into your life's experience. Create with love always. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Angelique M. Larson, you are projecting individual consciousness to create your reality. This is a powerful awareness and great perspective. Each of us are projecting out of our own individual consciousness into our collective main reality. Since 2012, a shift occurred as individuals began awakening at different levels. Be mindful of what you're projecting, creating. Clear out the fair programming. Be intentional on creating a peaceful, abundant, bliss-filled new earth. This is why practices, tools, and disciplines are so important. We have to have precision with our energy, as we will manifest accordingly. If you are awakening now, know and trust that you are created for this. Keep sharing joy, love, hope, positivity, kindness, and generosity. Continue to rise. From AngeliqueLarson.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Lee. All of the preparation and activations for the final disclosure is done. September 10th, 2023. Dear family of love and light, the Divine has great news for you. As of today, the Divine says that all of the elements for the final disclosure are in place. All of the events that are related to the final disclosure have been activated. The stage has been set and all of the preparation and activations are done. What comes next is the show time. Time to pop your popcorn and enjoy the show, dear ones. The Divine says that the final disclosure has different parts and components. Some parts will happen in the United States, other components will happen in other parts of the world. They are in an order which is strategically designed by Gaia and the Divine. And all of these events are for the purpose of the next phase of Gaia's ascension. The Divine says that Gaia has designed these events, and now she is content and happy that the final disclosure is finally here for the world to see. The Divine says in the coming days, final disclosure-related events will start unfolding. The Divine and Gaia are grateful for the process which is done, and with the help of millions of lightworkers. The Divine is very pleased with the contributions that lightworkers have made and have great appreciation for a job well done. Gaia, too, is extremely thankful for all the hard work that our lightworkers have put in, and now all the hard work has paid off. The final disclosure is coming. Gaia's next phase of the rebuilding process is in the near future, and the divine government is coming as well. Indeed, there are so many happenings, and our lightworkers have done a great job to make all of these possible. So your efforts have paid off, dear ones. It is time to sit back and enjoy the show. The final disclosure is coming. Gaia's ascension has advanced another milestone, and the divine government is coming as well. The planet has entered into another epoch, and all is for the greater good of all concerned. Gaia is indeed so excited and grateful for your hard work and peaceful presence. Divine love for you always. Linda Lee, Gaia, the Divine, and the company of heaven. So it is. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sarah Adams. Archangel Michael. Greetings, beloved ones. We are sending you blessings of love and light in this now moment, and we are inviting you to open your heart to our message for you. Beloved one, the difference between illusion and God's reality will become more and more clear to you. Now the illusion experience begins to feel uncomfortable, to say the least. As you are awakening from the dream of the illusion, you might still have unpleasant illusion experiences. The difference is now that you are becoming aware of it while you are experiencing them. This is quite uncomfortable, as you are in the midst of having all the unpleasant feelings of it. You can observe others having all the unpleasant feelings of it, and everyone involved seems trapped in the situation. We want you to know that it's a very important step to leave the unpleasant illusion in order to step into God's reality. It is important to truly see what the ego mind has created, so that you can choose to leave the illusion and come home to God's reality, heaven on earth. 222 coming in. You are the only one that can choose to wake up. You see, you had these unpleasant experiences all of your life and all your previous lifetimes. But before your awakening, you were willing to accept them and to deal with them the best you knew. For example, have you ever loved a specific movie and watched it years later, only to find out how low the energies of this movie are? You might even wonder how you liked it so much back then. Because you have raised your vibrational frequencies, you are now no match to the vibrational frequencies of that movie. It is the same with your experience of life. What was acceptable to you before becomes now unbearable. This is a good thing. You are now getting into the position to choose love over fear. You are now getting into the position to see the Christ in you and in everyone in your life. And little by little you are able to cut the unpleasant experiences shorter and shorter, and you are more and more unwilling to drag them out. Afterwards, you might even find your way back to loving yourself and everyone involved in the unpleasant experience. Eventually, you will exist only in a loving state, and unpleasant experiences disappear completely. This, dear one, is the path of love into the reality of God and heaven on earth. You are waking up from the dream. The time has come. Know that all is well, beloved ones. Welcome home. We are walking beside you every step of the way. Dear ones, you are loved beyond measure, always. I am Archangel Michael, and I bring you this truth. From teloschannel.com. 144 flowing in. From Divine Sister of the Light, Devyani Singh, Isis Channelings. Venus Inanna at Gate of Authority. The Priestess, the Medicine Woman, the Shamanika, the Tantrika, the Sovereign Queen. These are not titles simply bestowed upon some. These titles have to be earned. When the solid structures of life as we have known it begin to shake and crumble around us, when what we have been told to believe as the truth no longer holds, anchors or protects us, when all that we once held close and cherished no longer warms our heart and soul, and undoubtedly life will bring you to this juncture sooner or later, though the roads leading up to this juncture will be different for all. Death, loss, broken heart, constrained, joyless existence, health issues, disappointment, failure. That is when the soul is ready to take on the journey known as the dark night of the soul. Inanna's descent into the underworld and subsequent ascent is this very journey of the dark night of the soul, which we all must undertake multiple times. According to the ancient Sumerian myth of Inanna, which is reflected in the journey of Venus in the sky, Inanna journeys to the underworld to meet her sister, Ereshkigal, who is actually her shadow aspect. That is the journey of the ego must undertake to meet those parts of itself that have been kept hidden in the shadows of pain, guilt, fear, anger, trauma, by stripping away all false concepts of pride, self-worth, control, identities, masks, stories, protection that the ego hides behind. It is thus a journey of death of the false, delusional ego self, a journey of vulnerability, authenticity, and raw nakedness, so that we can truly embrace those parts of ourselves we are ashamed to acknowledge, even to ourselves. It is a journey of presence, acknowledgement, being the witness, surrendering and accepting our darkest, deepest secrets, shining a light on them and integrating them so that we move into wholeness. And thus a rebirth takes place, a liberation from all fears. How does it feel to be liberated from all that you once feared? It is a rebirth into remembrance, light, courage, power, inner strength and wisdom, empowerment and leadership, and initiation. As we reclaim shamed, divorced, and denied parts of ourselves, we developed humility, compassion, and grace. And it is these very qualities that make this transformation and rebirth exceptional. For none of the titles mentioned earlier have any substance without these qualities. And thus we midwife and rebirth ourselves into the sovereign queen, fully empowered within her inner kingdom, for only then will she become queen of her outer world. Tomorrow, September 11th, Venus Inanna enters her first gate of descent at the crown chakra, on her journey to the underworld to meet her sister, Ereshkigal. The descent, as always, begins at the very top. Venus currently is shining bright like a diamond at her very highest in the pre-dawn sky, where she currently reigns as Queen of Heaven. At each gate she is stripped off an item of her jeweled possessions, which are associated with her title and power as Queen of Heaven, which symbolizes the release of all blocks, false stories, walls of protection, masks, perceptions, distortions, patterns that our ego self hides behind to give us a false sense of identity, pride, self-worth, and protection, while it is actually hiding pain, loss, fear, trauma, guilt, shame, anger, betrayal, and abandonment. Tomorrow at the gate of authority at Crown Chakra, Inanna is stripped off her crown as Queen of Heaven, symbolizing the removal of all that blocks our connection to heaven, source light, our limitless divine spirit self, our very own goddess light. As Venus descends into our crown, guiding us on our journey of embodiment of our divine goddess light, we are asked to inquire into our illusions about power and authority, where we are giving away our power instead of moving into self-authority, self-mastery, and reclaiming agency and responsibility of our life, as opposed to projecting on others and whining in victimhood. How do we embrace true power and compassion within? For only then will we be true sovereign queens, in charge of our inner and outer queendoms and destiny. How can we fully embody our divine soul light, our soul gifts, our talents, so that we may reach our highest potential in this incarnation? What is blocking our connection to source light, spirit self, and feeding the illusion of separation from all that is? Look up at the pre-dawn sky tomorrow as Venus Inanna meets the waning moon at first gate of authority, and as you bring her light into your own crown chakra, seek her blessings and guidance to fully embody the aspect of the Leo meta-goddess as the sovereign queen of the creative fires. And light and grace and joy be the change you want to see. Sake na, from isischannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Aluna Joy Yashkin. This is a huge influx of unmeasurable levels of energy flooding into Earth and humanity right now. I do not have any clue as to why, though we can point a finger to many reasons. Like all the planets in retrograde right now, but here we are. The word intense doesn't describe it anymore. I didn't have much sleep last night either, just a lot of very deep energy work was going on here. This massive wave filled with transformative light and new codes for our future is calling us to be creative and courageous and face it all, to dive into all that is uncomfortable. Dive into all of our biases, beliefs, and positions that polarize us. The lies and illusions we allow because they still make us feel safe. The fears that are still imprisoning us. The doubts that stall us from moving forward. Then there is facing all the external interfering influences that are between us and our destiny and our divine purpose. We are healing ancient ancestral trauma all the way back to Atlantis. Most of the ripples we are experiencing in our world now are only echoes of that which began long ago. We are called to take this deep dive throughout the past, present, and future, throughout our body, mind, and spirit, and through all time, space, and dimensions, to bring all these dimensions into the fire of our hearts. This fire is more powerful than anything, created by any means, internal or external. No external form of darkness in this tired old matrix is a match for the heart flame that is within you and me. Simple. What we face, we can feel. What we feel, we can heal. What we heal is transformed. You cannot think your way out of it this time. Your mind is just ego, a recording of experiences of your past and your old programs. If you work to change your mind, you are just changing your ego's perspective. What you have going on in your mind is no match for your heart fire. Burn that mind noise right up and transform it back into a usable form of energy that will benefit all of humanity. Do it for yourself, do it for your family and friends, do it for humanity. Becoming illuminated isn't about controlling the mind, but dropping all that noise into the fire of the heart and become transformed. The Star Elders. From alunajoy.com. And from Hair and the Moon Astrology, resourcing yourself. With so many planets retrograde in a narrow section of the zodiac, how is your personal focus, reevaluation, reckoning, and self-auditing going? This week as Mercury turns forward in Virgo, ask yourself, in what and in whom am I investing my skills, money, possessions, time, and love? Is this in line with my values and priorities? Do I need a rethink about how I use my precious resources? Change is written all over September 14th new moon at 22 degrees Virgo. It forms a kite pattern with Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, while Mercury, ruler of Virgo, is stationed to turn direct on September 15th. All new moons are an opportunity for a new beginning. But this new moon in Virgo is an especially helpful time to start new habits or to stop harmful ones. The new moon's trine to Uranus and fellow Earth sign Taurus means becoming even more flexible, responsive, and innovative in the face of unexpected change. The sky god operates by delivering unpredictable shocks, reversals, or insights that electrify you out of your comfort zone, teaching you to collaborate with the inevitable. It is a time to become much more innovative in your work, your craft, your service, and your routines, experimenting with new methods and modalities that take you out of your comfort zone. This will mean shedding and moving on from outdated New Age modalities and techniques that attempt to change others from the outside in. So many of the old ways of working, processes, and procedures that you have relied on, which always got results in the past, are no longer working. From here in the moonastrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sister of the Light Colleen Lemma. On Sunday, September 10th, the moon, ruler of how we feel, is shifting from empathic Cancer the crab into strong-willed Leo the lion at 12:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Before this shift, the emotional moon will oppose Pluto, planet of death and rebirth, bringing possible power and control issues with others. However, this connection can also bring emotional transformation and a renewed sense of empowerment. After Luna moves into Leo, she will be making a difficult inconjunct aspect to Saturn, planet of limitation and restriction, which could cause us to want to give up and give in. We could feel frustrated, tired, and fatigued by life's responsibilities and challenges. But if we can learn whatever lesson Saturn is trying to teach us, we could tap into our inner authority and find a new resolve to move forward. Have patience with yourself and be open and trusting of the divine timing of the universe. Blessings of love and light to all. From SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, square Ceres in Libra. Venus conjunct Juno in Leo. Once again, the ongoing Pluto square to the nodes is activated. We are wrestling with power dynamics in relationships or struggling to maintain control. For some, it's the end of the line with a lover. For others, it's a new beginning born from events that encourage change. Explore the benefits and drawbacks of compromise and clarify boundaries. All of us must find our way through the shadows so that we can re-energize our lives and live boldly and bravely. Have courage. Some paths are meant to be walked alone. Sometimes, despite having support, friends, partners, family, the only one who can do the work is you. Draw strength and power from that. Ground yourself deeply into your truth. Trust the firm grip of your hand from your inner mother. This is a window of opportunity for profound transformation. A caterpillar to butterfly moment. Commit from the heart and take that next step towards your goal. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 220, Yellow Crystal Sun. Crystal is the name for the number 12 and its keywords are cooperate, dedicate, and universalize. The number 12 is associated with groupings, that is a dozen eggs or jur of 12 pairs. Yeshua had 12 disciples and King Arthur had 12 knights of the Round Table. Today is about getting together with other folks, and so if you like, find your own people and see what you can achieve by cooperating. Today is the yellow sun, which symbolizes enlightenment, life, and universal fire. Clearly, working with others today will lead to enlightenment, and so it's a good day to participate in a study group or think tank. 12 minds are better than one. As always on Yellow Sundays, expect spontaneous revelations and good ideas to just suddenly pop into your head. Put your minds together if you want to maximize today's potential. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Crystal Sun, 12 Ahau, Keen 220, 10th of September 2023, Enlightening Connections. 10-9-2023 equal 197 equal 116 equal 17 equal 8. Day codes 10 manifestation, perfection, authority, power. 1 leader, new beginnings, independent, original, unique. 8 infinite, abundant, source flow. Month year codes 9 completion, destiny, service, humanity, grace. 7 magic, mystic, spiritual, solitude, initiation. 16 tower struck by lightning, sudden unexpected events. 20 the awakening, clear vision. 2 partner, twin, cooperation, alliances, duality. 23, Royal Star of the Lion, Strength, Protection. Keen 220 equal 4, Building a Peace-Filled Foundation. Here comes the sun. After the storm passes, the sun rises and brings out the rainbows. A very beautiful code on planet Earth after our momentous double storm day. Today we are uniting together to manifest beautiful new rainbow connections as we build a peaceful and solid foundation for Terra Nova. O fair sun, I turn to you knowing that a power which is like your light will give me all that I require this day. This is a very powerful prayer that you may wish to use to start each day, particularly if you are a sun gazer. Day 11 and the healing red moon wave spell of the goddess, who is enhancing our intuition and sensitivity as we purify our vessels in order to find our natural flow. Today is a day of enlightened crystalline connections with our planetary kin. On a yellow sun day, the crystal tone creates the Buddhic mind, an uninterrupted and powerful conduit for the universal God mind. Today we are finding the pure flow of unified, planetary Christ consciousness, divine perfection once more, tone of creation, crystal tone 12 in the mental realm, action universalizes, power dedicates, essence cooperation. The crystal tone 12 is the highest level of the mind, the mental realm. The other two mental tones are tone 4, self-existing, and tone 8, galactic. Yesterday we focused on dissolving and releasing any blocks, old patterns, in order to liberate new flow and opportunities. At the crystal level of mind, we have the capacity to cooperate or operate with other minds. Just as a crystal can be programmed, so too can we program our minds on this day. Today we are joining and merging with other universal minds through the power of illumination as we unite as a global family, celebrating the victory of the light. Diamond enlightenment. The clear multifacets of the diamond ensure we have multi-dimensional access to clarity and universal wisdom. Crystal actions encompass cooperation and dedication. These days are great for networking, communicating, and seeking answers, either through our own inner wisdom or by seeking out wise counsel. Planetary service. Today all the pyramids of the sun throughout the globe are fully activated and communicating together, recalibrating to the higher unified 5D codes of love and unity consciousness. We are reprogramming Nova Terra's crystalline grid to a much higher octave of pure consciousness, particularly with this massive influx of solar activity and CMEs entering Gaia's magnetosphere. This time of our planetary grid is fully programmed for peace, vitality, and prosperity, and so the giant superplanetary computer will be broadcasting these codes to all who have their receivers tuned into that station and frequency. Focus on the crystal clarity of our higher mind today through the power of cooperation with others to transmit and receive these potent codes. A day of greater connection to each other through our precious hearts and highest collective minds and to Mother Gaia. Open your heart today as a flower to the sun and become the love that holds universes together. We are one, children of the sun. Today's question is, how can I unite with universal mind, opening to the flow of pure enlightened consciousness and elevating my life to become a divine human? Divine blessings for crystal clear and loving heart-mind connections today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 220, Yellow Crystal Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I dedicate in order to enlighten. Universalizing life, I seal the matrix of universal fire with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of free will. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to support our work and mission and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Brolthor the Light Patrick Bavaji for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Brolthor. We appreciate you and your support. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Mary Wasalik, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sistar. We appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. And I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Sistar the Light, Sonya Sun Heart, for your pledge and support on YouTube memberships. Thank you for your continued support and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. I'd like to also thank and welcome Divine Sistar of the Light, Lela, for your pledge and support on YouTube memberships, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful divine decree from Saint Germain Press. Divine decree: I command the sevenfold flame of the seven mighty Elohim, all its cosmic fire to the earth, come forth to forever produce the fulfillment of the divine plan. The more you can be grateful to your mighty I Am presence and the ascended host for the love that has been given in the past, the more love can come to you in the future. Mankind would swing the door wide to complete forgiveness and almost magic removal of the whole creation of their frightful hate from the earth, if they would turn with love and gratitude and understand the help that has been given and ask to be set free from that which is not eternal love. Mankind must want to be set free from the things that have bound them. For the divine decree: Beloved mighty I Am presence, clothe me in the violet flame heart of the sevenfold flame of the seven mighty Elohim. I command it release into, through, and for me its boundless gifts, its authority, its freedom, its joy, and its ever-expanding command to life to build perfection and bring happiness and peace to the earth. From stgermainpress.com. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed 9/11 portal tomorrow, or we could say 11/9. 11 times 9, another 99 portal, as we continue our journey through the Ascension Gateway and into the new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.